Hey y'all. So I worked on the leg today and came up pretty good. There's a few little issues I still need to engineer out of it, but I wanted to show you guys what I did with the jumping stilts here. So it still needs a little bit of tweaking. The idea is to get it parallel with this part. On this jumping stilt, as you can see, it's kind of big. Your leg goes in here and obviously follows the shape of this foot, and I want this and that to be fuck me sideways. All right, here we go. Fuck, there we go. So it'll be actually right there. That's level. So what I'm planning to do is get a few of these that are hinges that are springed. So in other words, it'll have tension in one direction, and put them on the bottom, kind of like, put them on the side like this, on the back like this, and in the front like this. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would look kind of like a large mechanical foot. And the reason for the hinge is that I want to be able to have that ability to, I'm not going to have the ability to pivot like this. And I did play with the idea, but it's just going to be too difficult to make the thing down here and stuff. So going back to KISS principle, I think that all I really need is the ability for the front. So the idea would be, sorry, this guy would go like in here someplace, this guy would go back here, this guy would go here, and this guy would go there. So again, since they're tensioned, the idea would be for the tension to go in this direction, right? And then what I plan to do is put small springs, either possibly on here in the front, and a spring that goes all the way and attaches to here, and then another spring that goes and attaches to there. Same thing on the side, to have a spring that goes from here to there, from here to there. So in other words, you'd have tension in one direction, downward, but then the springs would keep it up. So that would give it play in both directions as needed. So as I plant my foot down, the idea would be that the foot would take the shape of whatever's down here. And on the bottom of these pads, I have an old bicycle old bicycle tire, which I plan to put on the bottom of these. Obviously this is not springed, so it's not going to be the one that I use. I do have a springed one up there. I just gotta go online and find like a couple of them that are cheap. These are stainless steel heavy duty ones, so they should work fine. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe even a double springed one, depending on which direction the springs go. As long as they both go in the same direction, that would be extremely useful. And like that, I could just put this guy, put the other guy, and then put the other two on the sides. That would actually work really, really well. So we'll see how it goes, and maybe I can get a larger one of these that will cover the whole thing. So maybe like a 6-inch instead of this 4-inch version. I think this is 4 inches, 6 inches. I don't know. But anyways, just to give you guys the rundown, I've got the foot, like I said, almost squared away. This is steel, and the idea would be either to rivet this in place and then use a solder, which means I'm gonna have to take a wire brush and clean all this. This is truck liner. Scrape all this stuff off, either rivet it in place and then use the silver solder to put the aluminum and the steel onto the steel and the aluminum to weld them together, just to give it a little bit more resistance, and either rivet this thing in place, which I think might be easier, or bolt it in place. So I don't know yet. But anyways, that's what I got on the foot so far. Peace.